things went Saturday and how things went this week?
Well, as far as Saturday goes, thank God we didn't give up 59, right? There were some good things, believe it or not, from that game, and there were some bad things, as you guys saw. Definitely some stuff to clean up. But it is, like I said, the kids did compete, and that was good to see. And they did, there were some real positives. I mean, 4 turnovers to score on defense, those are all good things. And then there's some real negatives. 3rd and 10, giving up a touchdown on 3rd and 10 backed up. Obviously, getting a couple stops in the second half, and then boom, turning around and leading to some explosion plays. So there were some good and some bad. Obviously, anytime you give up that many points, you come back and you take a hard look again. But the bottom line is, it's like Coach said, it was a team win, and we got to win. So that was great. But going forward, it's going to be another big challenge this week with Virginia. They got a couple backs that are really good. They're running the ball right now. I think their quarterback's a good football player. We're going to have to play well in this game, and certainly got to learn from our mistakes and just keep pressing forward.
Jason Hendricks told us yesterday that some of the things that did not go so well in the FSU game kind of, reared their ugly head again against Duke. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and anytime you give up explosion plays, all right, it's usually because of either a lack of leverage on the ball, poor eyes. There's always some kind of physical mistake usually, unless it's just a corner that flat out gets beat, which sometimes happens in football, especially if you get up and press. So yeah, there were definitely some things that we got to clean up this week.
He also said yesterday that on his pick, that was pretty much the result of watching a lot of film, tape, and making a play on a ball. Now that's got to please a coach, though, when something like that happens.
Yeah, he made a great play there in quarters, and we actually had a blitz on, and they came up and checked, and we checked to coverage to get out of the blitz because they had us.
Is there
had us pegged.
Sorry. Is there some sort of crossover there? You have to be pleased with the 4 picks, but 55
Sure.
points, is that all part of, how this defense or how your scheme or how they're adjusting
No,
to
I mean,
well, not your
no
scheme, but-
scheme's designed to give up 55 points now.
But I was,
Maybe a basketball scheme.
let me rephrase that. How they're adjusting to it. They're getting the 4 picks, but obviously that's...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I really do mean this, there were some good things that happened in that game, but then there were some real things that were some correctable moments. It's like Paul told the kids, we're not that far away, and it was a team win. There were, like I said, there were some good things we did on defense, but there were some things that put us in a situation to be sweating in the fourth quarter too.
I guess what I meant to say is you're getting the picks.
Yeah.
But that's obviously part of it. Is that a transition? Can
Yeah,
that
and
overlook what
I think the kids are still, they're still growing, and that's fair to say.
Jason also suggested that there was some big difference between last year's defense and this year's defense. Verbiage, linebacker fits, that kind of thing. Are things being done differently than were done last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair statement. No, we're still, as you guys see, we're still a 4-3 for the most part on first and second down, and we do a lot more 3-down stuff on third down than we did previously. So.
Vinipal in particular seemed to get picked on a lot by their quarterback. What does he need to do differently this Saturday? And just in general, what does the secondary need to do better as a whole?
See, I don't think that's fair to Ray at all because, truthfully, he wasn't in man coverage at all. Now, he made a mistake on the 3rd and 10 and in too deep, and he'll get that corrected. But, that's not fair to the kid to surmise that.
He's a guy, I mean, he has been sort of, getting targeted by fans and stuff this week. Do you say anything to him to be like, keep his head up and everything? Or?
Sam, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know he was getting targeted until you just told me. So I don't.
Well, I mean,
Obviously it's whenever you give up explosion plays, and Ray's play in too deep was just one of many plays. Okay, but anytime you do that, obviously you coach through, and you help the kid learn and grow.
How about one more before we wrap up? Anything else?
Coach Christ and Jason also said that a lot of the mistakes were cases of, guys sort of overcorrecting to make up for other mistakes. Did you see that, and how do you fix that in practice?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like we told the kids. It's kind of like when you go to, when you try to make up for somebody else or for, what happened the last play. I'm sorry, Jerry. What happened the last play? You just put yourself in a position that's compromising. So what we talked about to the kids all week is, hey, bottom line, play to your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. Thanks, guys.